This has been a rather fun evening so far. What do you think? By the way, thanks for covering dinner. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on. My job has just been. They keep cutting hours and switching schedules around. It drives me crazy. So, yeah, needless to say, not doing too great in the piggy bank right now. Barely got enough to cover my bills and expenses, you know? So, yeah, I really genuinely appreciate you covering anything tonight. Like, for real. You really didn't have to. I mean, yeah, I know we've been like best friends for, gosh, I can't even remember how many years now. But still, it's like, we're both adults. We should be able to cover our own stuff, right? Yeah, so thank you. Because, yeah, I gotta admit, I really enjoyed dinner. It's been so long since I've had a meal out like that. Seriously. I mean, come on, look at me. Do I look like I'm asked out on very many dates? Especially dates that involve, like, real sit-down meals? Yeah, yeah. Just my lot in life. So yeah, it was really cool of you to want to do a proper sit-down place today. Because yeah, usually when we hang out, we either go grab, like, a diner or fast food or even like stay in at your place or mine and bring in pizza or Chinese or something. So yeah, it was pretty special to actually go out somewhere kind of nice. And boy oh boy, was that food scrumptious. Man, honestly, I can't remember last time I had a steak that well made. Like they cooked it to just the right temperature, and they had the right amount of like seasoning and garnish and just mwah. Then again, I haven't had steak very often lately, so I bet even if it was a mediocre steak, it probably would have tasted amazing anyway. But no, like, it was phenomenal. And even the veggie sides were just out of this world. The mashed potatoes with the special, like, butter they mixed in with it and the gravy they had for it. And even the green veggies that were, like, grilled and seasoned with, like, the asparagus and green beans and carrots. Those are really tasty, too. And you know me, I'm not normally a veggie gal. And even the appetizer with that butternut squash soup. You know, I've never had butternut squash soup before, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But yeah, it was really tasty. Like, for real. I might have to look up how to make it myself sometime. And of course, can't forget the dessert. Though I was a little disappointed that they only had one dessert on the menu. You'd think a place that nice would have at least two or three, you know? But that one dessert, man, that chocolate mousse cup, it was huge. And it had a bunch of like little like chocolate curled shavings on it and sprinkles and a little bit of whipped cream. And the mousse itself was just so decadent. I can see why it was the only dessert on the menu, because after eating that, I couldn't imagine wanting anything else. Wow. And that's after I already had like a fairly hearty breakfast this morning with a couple of waffles, and some eggs and sausage. And then a lunch with a foot-long Italian sub sandwich with chips, cookies, and a soda. And then I'm snacking throughout the day too. But nothing tops that dinner you took me to, like for real. Again, thank you so much. It was a real treat. And your food looked pretty good too. That chicken dish you got? That was pretty tasty. You definitely didn't complain. And your appetizer, what was that? Like some kind of... It wasn't quite a salad, was it? No, some kind of like... Oh, they call it a caprese? With like mozzarella, tomato, basil thing? It looked pretty good, though. It's not really my thing, but glad you liked it. And you agree that mousse was just to die for. And even the flavored sparkling water they served with dinner was pretty tasty. It actually rivaled some sodas I've had. And, well, it's obviously healthier than soda. So yeah, that was just an awesome meal. I'm gonna be thinking on that for a long while. Just so you know it. Needless to say, when it comes to food, I'm still pretty full, surprisingly. And you know me, I can rarely get enough to eat in a day. I'm almost always at least a little bit hungry. So you did well tonight, my friend. You did well. But that bar we went to afterward for drinks, we probably should have done better research on reviews before going, instead of just looking at the first few on Google. 'Cause yeah, they advertise themselves as being like friendly to like alternative tastes and like goth and whatnot, but the live band they had just obvious posers. Like they were trying so hard to be Maynard, but none of what they played sounded even remotely like Tool, or APC, or Pucifer, or even Primus. It just sounded kind of like some high school kids trying to sound like them. Like I said, posers. One thing that sucks about this side of town, there's like nothing friendly to like my taste at least. Though you're obviously a bit more amenable, like you seem to like a variety of things, which is one of the many aspects about you I really admire. But yeah, it's kind of a drought here when it comes to stuff I like. Which is why I often relegate myself to the internet, alas, and just wait for like special events to pop up and save my money to go to them. All I really can do. It sucks though. One goth club that was in reasonable driving distance had to shut down because they didn't survive the whole situation that happened a few years ago when there were lockdowns and everything. It totally sucks. Because you know I loved going there. Like, I was with my people. I felt like, yes, I can finally breathe and socialize without feeling, like, really awkward and shy, like I do pretty much everywhere else. Except, obviously, when I hang out with you. So, yeah. It wasn't for the fact I was talking to you at that bar we were at and downing a couple of drinks. I probably would have clammed up. Much like I always do at new places where I don't know anybody and don't really vibe with the environment. Plus, I couldn't help but notice people were like staring at me. And not in the way like people do who, like, are, like, taken aback by someone who's kind of, like, you know, gothy with the, studs and spikes and wearing all black and the dark makeup and all that. No. They were clearly gawking at something else about me. Come on, it's like the 2020s. Girls can be voluptuous and big and curvy and thick and, yeah. Like, girls can love to eat and hate to exercise and be proud of that. Like, why are people still, like, acting like it's so out of the ordinary? They totally were just staring at me because I was the only girl bigger than probably a size 12 sitting there. They're probably placing bets if I'd break one of the bar stools. Ugh. Hate people like that. But to give that poser place credit, cocktails are very decent. The 2 dark and stormies I had were pretty good. And they made a crackin' rum too. One of my faves. And you seem to enjoy the drink you had. There's some kind of vodka thing, right? Yeah. And here we are. We slipped out of our usual attire and put on something a bit more appropriate for this current setting. It'd be kind of weird to be standing at the edge of the shore wearing, like, heavy clothes. Thanks for letting me know to, like, pack my swimsuit in a bag. Because I'd feel incredibly awkward if I was still fully clothed and you were down to a pair of shorts. I'd definitely feel pretty awkward. Even though obviously I know you and trust you and know you won't judge me or anything. I just, I still like to be dressed appropriately for the occasion, And since now we're just relaxing at night at the beach, just looking out on the waves and the moon and the stars in the distance, and we're both in the right attire, it feels perfect, And you gotta admit, my swimsuit's pretty cute. I mean, look, it's like all black and full coverage as it's a one piece with that, like, corset style lacing in the back, and it just, like, hugs my curves in all the right places without being too scandalous. I love it. It's one of my favorites. What do you think about it? Yeah? You like it? I have worn this for you before, haven't I? I mean, we've gone to, like, swimming pools and whatnot before. And to the beach. Yeah, you've seen it before, yeah? Yeah. So yeah, this is one of your favorites that I own, really? I'll have to take note of that. What a nice night. After a good meal and decent drinks. And, ignoring the fact that the entertainment was a bit subpar and the people around weren't exactly stellar. It's been a good night. And now it's all coming together. Now that we're all alone at the beach, standing in the sand, just looking out in the distance at the lovely water, seeing how the moon reflects on the ocean waves. It's so nice. It's very peaceful. Very peaceful. Yeah? You're feeling about the same way too? Yeah. This is a great way to, like, round out a really good night. Thanks for coming up with it. Because, yeah, more than half the time we hang out, usually I'm the one concocting up the plans. So I always appreciate it when you take the initiative. And as always, when you do, you rarely ever miss. Again, something else I really like about you. You're really good at just, finding just pleasant, fun, chill things to do that we usually both wind up really enjoying. As well as, of course, also always enjoying each other's company. But yeah, I must say, it has been rather frustrating for me lately. I've been single now for the past, 5 years? And my last boyfriend was. Must I go into detail? You obviously remember him, don't you? Even though we're only together for 9 months. Ugh. He was only with me for superficial reasons, and he kept trying to change me because he could never make up his mind what he actually liked in a person and wanted a person to be. He liked to follow social media trends and whatnot. And when I refused to go on random crash diets and whatnot and bust my butt 7 days a week at the gym for him, among other things, as you know, he dropped me like a hot potato and I never heard from him again. Good riddance anyway. I don't want to be with someone who's not gonna accept me for who and what I am and appreciate me for it too. Because as they say, there is someone for everyone out there. And there being 7 billion people in the world? Yeah, I can see that being possible. I just frankly have had rotten luck. Dating sites and dating apps have done me no good, and I've gotten a lot of trolls from it. And I don't dare try to pursue anyone on social media or anything. That just seems like a no. Well, people generally are just so superficial and mean. And yeah, I could probably join one of those special chubby chaser platforms to find someone. But I want to be loved and liked for me, all of me. I don't want to be fetishized for my size and whatnot. That's not what I want. I want the real deal. And I just don't think I'll find any of those places. Come to think of it, you haven't had the best luck in the relationship department either, have you? I mean, yeah, you've gone on a few dates here and there, but they haven't really gone anywhere, have they? I think your most recent longest girlfriend was 2 months? And then she dumped you for an ex she reconnected with in high school? That was stupid. I'm so sorry. So yeah, looks like we're both in the same boat. But, at least we have each other. Just like we have, for years now. Honestly, can't remember how old we were when we first met. Obviously, we were not little kids, but man, does time fly. And we've gotten to know each other so well over the years, too. And I always love, hanging out with you, spending time with you, and even just talking to you on the phone or texting you or whatnot. It's nice to know that we're always there for each other, no matter what. I mean, after all, you're my best friend in the whole wide world. And, well, I'd like to think I'm your best friend too, right? I am? Really? Oh. I know you've told me that before, but it has been a while. So it's always nice to hear that. But still, days, weeks, months, years go by, and not getting any younger. I must admit, when I'm sitting in my apartment, alone, watching videos or scrolling feeds, especially when I see people I know, people I don't know, in seemingly happy relationships, can't help but feel that ping of loneliness and like, why can't I have that? I mean, when will I have that? Who out there is the special someone for me? Well, I'm a bit nervous to bring this up, though I have been thinking about it for quite some time now. I've wanted to bring it up to you before, but couldn't really find the opportunity to. Well, we are just alone here on the beach, in the quiet with no one around. So maybe now's as good a time as any to say this. Over the last, year, oh, yeah, as we've been hanging out and talking and whatnot, I've been thinking. I've had such raw luck meeting people and relationships and everything, and finding someone who cares about me and accepts me for who I am as I am. And I realized there is someone in my life like that. There is someone in my life who likes me and cares about me and accepts me and all that for, who and what I am as I am right now, and doesn't ever think about wanting to change me. And, well, that person is you. And that got me thinking, there's a lot about you I like too. You're thoughtful, you're kind, you're smart, you're obviously non-judgmental. You like a lot of the same things I do. We never have a problem talking about anything. I can, vent my whole world to you, and you take it and you help me, and vice versa. It's like, we just fit. And when thinking all that together, it made me realize maybe, just maybe, that special someone out there that I'm supposed to be with, supposed to spend the rest of my life with, maybe, might be you. And that, well, I realized, yeah, I really, really like you. As well, now, more than just my best friend. Actually, well, I think oh goodness, I think I love you. Like, really love you. Not in a creepy way or a rose tinted glasses, head over heels way, but like a genuine, heartfelt love. Like, I just feel like we click. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking on the last while, and haven't had the courage to bring up to you before. Well, don't worry. It won't hurt me if you don't feel the same way at all. I know you probably have your own taste that you've never mentioned to me before, so. Hmm? What? You? You've been thinking the same thing too? Really? For a long time now? And you've been too nervous to bring it up to me? So even my appearance, like the fact that I'm, well, big and thick and curvy and all that, and love to eat, you're into that? prefer bigger ladies? Really? Because yeah, most of the girls I've seen you with have been like smaller on like the average side. Nothing like me. Really? I'm your ideal girl? You're kidding, right? Really? You really dig my look, my body, my style, everything? And you feel the same way about me and everything we've been through and all that as I do? You also like me as more than just a best friend? No. What? Did you just say you really love me too? Can you say it again? Hmm. Yeah. I love you. And you love me. So, does this mean we might now be more than just best friends? Is this the start of something new? Hmm? You purposely planned this night to test the waters as like a first date? No way. So I guess, how did the night go? How did the date go? Was it up to your expectations and what you wanted it to be? Really? It was? So, would this make us maybe a couple now? I mean, obviously we don't have to go public on social media yet or anything. We can keep it on the down low for a while and still figure things out. I don't like rushing into things, obviously, but yeah, I would like to take things to a new level and really get to know you even better than I already do, and learn even more about you and experience more with you. So, does this mean I might be your girlfriend now? Yeah? Not sure what to say. Wow. I had no idea today would go like this, let alone tonight, but honestly, sweetie, you've made me the happiest girl in the world right now. Seriously. Okay. Before I get too overwhelmed and want to shy away, maybe we should just kind of sit in the sand and relax and just watch the waves for a while until it gets too late and we have to head back home. What do you say? Yeah? Sounds good to you? Alright then. Guess it's time to relax.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. This audio is brought to you by my patrons on Patreon, kind donations on Ko-fi and other platforms, my subscribers on Fansly, and other means of support from kind viewers just like you. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to click the like button, leave a comment for the algorithm, and if you're brand new here, please subscribe.